talk. Hello. All right, I see Jocelyn. Thank you. Bye. We are going to get started. What? Sure, come say hi real quick. Hi. All right, now go. Okay, we are going to get started. I'm just going to drop in the group chat and make sure everyone knows that this is happening. Make sure I have the right time. It notified me an hour ago that people were waiting for me to start the Zoom, and I was like, wait, did I screw up and put the wrong time on there? Can you hear me now or no? Well, if not, I can let me grab my earbuds real quick. One sec. I don't even know where earbuds plug in on this thing. Okay, hopefully that's better. Oh my goodness, of course. Can one of you guys on my team, can you guys drop in the group chat, just go drop the Zoom number? Somehow I did not put it on the picture and people were asking. That makes sense that some people that were going to be on here are not on here. But that's okay. It's going to be recorded. So, I lost Jocelyn. I know you're on here somewhere. I'm sure you can hear me. I think it's funny that Jocelyn is in this business right now for the simple fact that we actually went to middle school together. And when she signed up, I didn't even put two and two together for like the first several hours till I actually went to her page. I think I lost her. There she is. So she actually, we knew each other when we were kids, but we were not in the same grade. Neither one of us had like perfect childhoods. I dropped out of school at 7th grade. And so we kind of like parted ways basically after 7th grade. Even in school, I hadn't really talked to her that much, but I had like the biggest crush in the world on her little brother, which was in my grade. So fast forward 10 years, and I get a message from this girl asking how I make extra money from home. And so I give her all the information, and she actually tells me she's not interested. That's really weird. I think something's wrong with her phone. She tells me that she's not interested. So I sent her a video. Basically, it was a replay of one of our money calls. I sent her a video and I just told her, hey, take a look at this. This is some of our other teammates, like their stories. She's like, oh my gosh, I just watched your video. I want to join. She's back. And so she joined. I went over to her page and I was like, oh my gosh, I know this girl. Like, I know this girl. So I told her, I was like, I think I know you. Like, I think we went to school together. And we kind of shared each other's stories. And it's awesome because, again, 10 years have passed. I dropped out of school, but then I went back, got my GED, went to college to become a teacher. She finished high school, went to college to become a teacher. We both taught in public school. We both decided that wasn't for us. We both decided to homeschool our kids. Like, we basically took kind of the same path. We just took a little different way to get there. So I thought it was really cool because our stories are so similar. We knew each other before It Works, even though we didn't know that we knew each other before It Works. Not really. Like, we didn't put it together, I think, until after she'd already joined. But yeah, so I just find it really cool how God puts people in this business and in your life that like you have no idea you're gonna get back in touch with those people. So Jocelyn, are you good to go? Can you hear and everything? Okay. You were like on and off. I don't know if your phone was going spastic. So Jocelyn, if you want to unmute yourself and just tell us a little bit like the beginning of your story, basically how you came to get into It Works, what It Works has done so far. I know it's like only been a couple of months, but you're killing it. And then just one of your like big goals with the company.
So like you said, I even plan to get into this, and I don't know how I found you. I remember finding you through somebody else's page, and you were just sharing, I think like those different projects that you do with your daughter. And I'm like, this girl, she's kind of putting herself out there. Like, I want to do this. I want to be able to do different things with my kids and put myself out there and learn how to make money from doing something like this. So I guess then I messaged you and I was like, well, what do you do? How do you make money? So we got into that whole conversation, and I kind of put it off because I was scared. Just like everybody, I was super nervous. I think that's kind of like a normal feeling. And then I decided to jump in. I stopped thinking and I just jumped in. And like everybody always says, I wish I would have done it sooner. Because I can't tell you how many bonuses I've made so far. And those are just amazing because we all have real life stuff that we have to do. We all have, those things you have to pay for. I flooded my laundry room, you guys, for those of you who don't know. And I was just lucky enough to have that extra income to be able to not even worry about it and just pay for all of that. So just having extra money to do different things with my kids, and my dream was to be able to work from home, and this fulfilled that for me. So anybody that's looking to be able to work from home, staying with your kids, you just want more time with your family, this has done it for me completely. So I really enjoy it. Like, it's, every time, I know we all have off weeks, or we might have some weeks that we don't enroll as many people as we want to, but I just tell myself, this is what I wanted to do. I'm going to keep working hard, just be persistent, be consistent, and everything falls into place. And it's exactly what I wanted to do. So I always tell myself that.
That's awesome. Something that really stuck out about Jocelyn, really stuck out about you, is she went through her warm market like we have everyone do. And then so many times that's where people stop and they kind of not refuse, but they kind of refuse to like start prospecting people that they don't really know and adding to their network. And then she's just enrolling people left and right. And I'm like, is that like all from those first messages? Like, no, I'm doing like post to post and I'm messaging and I'm adding people. I'm like, okay, if every new person would catch that. Because Jocelyn, you started January?
Yes.
It just started in January. She just hit Ruby the middle of last month, I believe. She is headed for Emerald and then quickly to Diamond. Like, she's not stopping there. But she did not do it off of just, oh, my friends and family are gonna like make me a fortune. So that is something that I tell every new person. Message the 100s list or 30s list or whatever you make, and then immediately go ahead and start adding to your network and go ahead and start prospecting people that you don't know. Because that is, that's just what's going to get you there. You're not going to build a business off friends and family. And we always say, like, you're legit when you have strangers signing up either as customers or distributors. Like, anybody can talk sweet old grandma into buying something for $30. It's harder to consistently enroll people who do not know you. So that's something that is just very, very important if you want to be successful fast. Okay, so you are from a small town. I get this question a lot, so I'm going to ask her even though I already know the answer.
Okay.
The question is, do you find that your market is saturated? So she's from the same town that I'm from. The population when I was there was 5,000 about. I don't know if it's still the same, but it's not big. And it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours to the nearest town that has a mall in it. So it's small. It's very isolated. And she told me a story the other day about meeting somebody locally who'd not even heard of It Works before. I think that was you. If not, you can correct me. But so to answer your question, if it's saturated, no. But I'm gonna let Jocelyn, I'm gonna let you go ahead and touch on that because I know again you're brand new and you're running into people all the time that don't know what we are.
Exactly. So there's always somebody that doesn't know. There's always somebody that somebody hasn't talked to, or maybe they have, but they weren't interested at the time and just kind of blew you off. And then maybe it clicks later on. I'm always adding people, even if it's from my town, because it's super small, like Tanya said. But, you know, there was just a few days ago where I had talked to somebody and they had no clue what It Works was. And I was super surprised because there are so many distributors from here, and we all have different markets, and we all have people that, you know, may have to somebody else, but then, you know, they've talked to me, and then it's just a different story with everybody. So I always follow up with everybody. I'm always just adding different people from town. And then when it does, you know, I did run out of my warm market super fast because there was just a handful of people that I knew, because I did not talk to anybody. Like, this is weird for me now talking to everybody. So it's easier for me to work from behind the screen than it is to go out and talk to people. And now running into these different people, I'm getting asked. Just today I was at the gym, and, you know, some lady, I don't even know who she was, and she was just like, I need to get some of that coffee from you. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, give me your name and I'm going to message you. I don't even know how she found out about me. But I mean, it's just super amazing. So, I mean, never stop adding, even people that you've talked to before, people that, you know, if you live in a small town, just keep following up with them, develop relationships. That's super important because they feel like, you know, they know you better. And like the haps Tanya was talking about, I do a lot of host to post because more than likely I'm gonna seal the deal on one of those, because when I'm cold messaging people, sometimes it, like, you know, people are a little bit weird and they're like, well, I don't really know her, I'm not sure if I want to give her my info. Sometimes it does work out, but when somebody hosts a post for you, they feel like, oh, my friend knows her, so this is totally legit, like I'm gonna roll with this and I'm gonna do it. I get a lot of people that I don't know and I sign them from host to host. So those really work. And for those of you that don't know how to do that, I totally suggest learning and really like start to do those, because I have so many people enrolled that I have no clue who they are. And that's just awesome. Like Tanya said, you branch out and you're everywhere. And that's where I want to be. I know I'm not limited to just this town. And there's so many people in this world and everybody's trying to be healthy. And I really make it personal for them. And that seems to help a lot too.
Host to post is a game changer, guys. Like, we've been saying that for a little over a year now, but it is a game changer. And I had an aha moment yesterday that actually like blew my host to post up again. Sometimes, like, when you've been in this for a while, you'll have the same people over and over that want to enter your drawing every single time. You've had them post about every host to post that you have. Well, I heard this on a leadership Zoom yesterday, or like 3 days ago. I started doing it yesterday. For those people that they've posted 1,000 times for you and they're wanting to post again, have them post, hey, my friend Tanya is giving away $300 cash as a drawing for the month of whatever month you're in. If you want in, just drop an emoji in the comments. Then you go through, you take a screenshot of the post, and you're just going to message the people that comment, hey, you wanted in this drawing, this is how it works. You put a post up for me, you explain the host to post like you would if it was your post. Are you interested? And I've had so many people from other people's markets that now I am friend requesting, getting them to post for me. So not only are they posting, but half of them are coming back and saying, oh, can I get some info on that coffee? I'm like, yeah. But they never commented on the person's coffee post. So that was just kind of genius. I'm super excited about that. Like I'm doing that with anybody who I've kind of like used them already for host to post several times and not gotten much out of it. Now I'm going to tap into their people who want to post because it's like, I love it. It's genius. Jocelyn, how many customers and distributors do you typically enroll every month? Or if you have the number, like how many have you enrolled since you started, since you've only been in for 3 months, I guess?
So every month or every week, I set a goal for myself and I try to enroll, like if I enroll one person a day, I'm happy. But I usually say, 5 out of the week. So, weekends, I don't really do too much because it's family time. But I say if I do 5 out of the week, I'm super happy with that. So let me see. I don't know. That's just kind of my goal that I set for myself. And I feel like it is setting the bar as high as I want to go for right now. Maybe some people have it set a little bit higher, but I think if I enroll one loyal customer a day, I mean, look, I have a single person every month. So I actually keep all of my customers on an Excel spreadsheet. So I have them listed, like April 1st, April 2nd, and I will write each one of their names down. And I know if I'm missing a day, like I need to hustle and say, okay, I missed this day. I need to try to, get to this day. So I try to keep myself caught up in that way. And then, so for the month, I mean, I maybe lack a couple. Let me see my numbers. I know I have it on my computer somewhere, but I think maybe I'm just short of like filling the month up pretty much with one per day.
Now, just out of curiosity, do you know what the actual goal is per month for us? Like, do you know what steps of success are that the company sets?
You might have to remind me because you know how I'm super forgetful with stuff like that.
Because no, not right now, Glory. Because I love how you're like, my goal is one a day. Like I could do more later, but that's good for now. That's awesome. Don't lower your goal because I say this, but the actual goal that the company sets for us, and this has been like this since the company's been open. A lot of ambassadors making $30,000 a month, like this is what they live by, is 3 distributors and 4 customers per month. So
awesome.
You are, and I mean, that's, my goal is not 3 and 4 because I want to get to ambassador as fast as possible. But I know for a fact, because Carla Burns, she hit ambassador 9 years into this company, and she was a steps to success girl. And she'll tell you that she was never a mass enroller. And it took her 9 years to get to ambassador. Now, the way I look at it is if it takes me 9 years to get to where I'm making $30,000 a month, like I'm okay with that because no other job is going to do that in 9 years. Like people look at 9 years as being so long. I waited tables for 9 years and I never made close to that money. So yeah, Savannah did too. Like she knows. So I think and I didn't have this mindset when I started. I remember April Jennings saying, if in 1 year you are making $800 a month, that's $800 more than you were making before you started. And the little brat that I am, I messaged my upline. I was like, if I'm making $800 a month in a year, I'm quitting. Like I can make that waiting tables because I did not see the big picture. The big picture being you promote once a year for 8 or 9 years, I think 8 years, and you're at the top of the company. Like that's awesome because again, no other job's going to pay you like that to sit at home on your butt on Facebook. But at the same time, that means that's 4 years before you get to diamond. So 4 years of you working pretty hard and not even making a part-time income really. So I think people like to glorify the whole, oh, 1 a year for 8 years, that's awesome. But then when you really think about it, like they don't want to put in those 4 years of work before they get to diamond, which It doesn't, I don't know of very many people it takes 4 years to get to diamond. What, honey? No, go sit down, you're gonna get a spanking. She talked me into letting her stay up and watch TV while I was on this, and I'm regretting it. I should have put her little butt in bed. She's knocking on the door asking if she can have a hug because she wants to say hi to you guys. Not even because she wants a hug. She don't love me that much, I know. She just wants to see people on the video. But anyways, all that to say, like, I think your goal is awesome. And those of you who are brand new and you're watching this and you're like, dang, I can't even get one a week. Jocelyn has a little bit of a unique circumstance in the respect that she is a stay-at-home mom. And I know I started this business when I was working full-time. I didn't have a lot of time. I know how much more time I have now. And I enroll my butt off because I have the time. I might as well. So if you're brand new and you have a full-time job, like, don't get down on yourself because you don't have the numbers that we have, because realize you have a full-time job. We're moms, we homeschool our kids. That's definitely a full-time job in itself, but it's way more flexible than if we had to get up and be out the door for 12 hours a day. And we understand that. I don't know, I can't speak for Jocelyn, but I can speak for myself. I count myself very lucky being able to do this full-time and not have to work a regular job on the side anymore. So, like, we don't take it light. Like, you guys that are working regular jobs and doing this on either one of our teams, like, that's awesome that you're working as hard as that you were working and able to build this business while you're still working your 9 to 5 or 9 to 9 or whatever your job is. Jocelyn, so you cold message and you host a post. What about what do you post on your page? Do you post a bunch of before and afters? Do you post pictures of product? Like, I get the question all the time, how do you sign people up if you don't post about it works on your page?
So I love the fact that we kind of get to make these curiosity posts, and because I mean, it really gets people thinking a lot more when you do post something with the business. And I don't normally post it on my timeline. If it's something to do with the business, I normally post it in my stories. I'll leave it for the afternoon, and then at night I'll go back and I'll check, like, I'll do a poll most of the time when it comes to trying to really advertise for the product. So then, you get these people thinking, well, how did this person lose this weight and what is this? And then so I'll have people in my inbox, and that just creates more of a list for me to talk to when they do vote on your polls. So I do that a lot, and I feel like with my timeline, I don't like to be spammy. I don't like to say, oh, hey, what do you guys think about this product? Let's, put this out there. And, I don't like looking spammy at all. And I feel like being real has helped people gain more trust with me, and they connect a lot more when you share exactly who you are. So I post stuff about, us as a family. I post some of my health and my fitness goals, how I stay healthy. Even stuff like when we travel, I do a lot of traveling around where we live. And so I'll post maybe something that we've done for the day. And then I might sneak a little comment in there and, say, if I'm at the gym, I'll tell somebody I'm working out, lost 5 pounds because of, something super awesome. Like, I'll just word it to where I'm not putting the product out there, but then people are going to start wondering what I'm doing. So I share real life stuff, and that really seems to make people connect with you more, like I said, and it makes them kind of click, and then it also makes them think.
Because that really is what the goal of posting is, guys. The goal of posting is not to give them all the information in the post. It's to create a conversation, which starts with creating curiosity. It's to get them to either comment or get them in your inbox, not to necessarily seal the deal because, ooh, look, I posted a picture of the cleanse. Look how pretty it is. But it gets them talking to you. Ray Higdon says it all the time. If you're going to post a picture of whatever the product is, instead of people talking to you, they're going to go Google it. And what's the first thing you get when you Google pretty much any product? The negative reviews. So you want to be the one to educate them versus letting Google do it. It's like, it literally is that simple. I always kind of wondered like why it works better not posting about your company. And then when he explained it on one of his videos, I was like, oh, that's really smart. And now I feel really dumb. So I was trying to figure out how to word it. I actually have to ask you about rank makers because you've been in there for 2 months, a month. What do you think of rank makers?
I've been in there a month now, and I actually love rank makers because not only does Ray teach us how to, work with our team, how to, he just trains us on how to post and just everything. There's just a little bit of everything in there, and he's so real, and like he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He tells you exactly like it is, and he's so knowledgeable, you guys. So just everything he says, like, he'll say one sentence and I'm like, ooh, like it literally inspires me for the day. And I'm like, all right, I know exactly what I have to do. So I'm loving it so far. I think it's an awesome, just all around, and just to hear everything he has to say. I love it.
I love the training. I'm not going to lie to you. I am such a red. I'm so competitive. The thing I love most is you getting a shout out and a prize if you get your 5 enrollments. Like, I'm so competitive. I'm like, ooh, I need to be on that list every single week, and I need to be getting a prize every single week from this place. Like, that's like one of my big goals now is to either get 5 customers or 5 distributors so Ray can shout me out and send me an email. Like, screw the fact that it's building my paycheck. Like, I'm worried about the little rinky-dink prize they send you in the mail. I'm such a red. Like, I'm so competitive, it's ridiculous. How many hours do you typically work your business every day?
So sometimes I have no time management at all. And I do keep like this little schedule. Like I write out everything that I'm supposed to be
I'm
doing.
going to take credit for her buying that.
Definitely. I give you all the credit. So I try to go off of that. And because like Tanya said, I do homeschool my kids. And that is like a full day, you guys. So trying to work around that. If we get our morning work done, I have a break, and I usually put an hour into my follow-ups, HAPs, because once those start going, you get 3, 4, 5 out, and you start getting comments, and I'm following up with people right away. So say an hour in the mornings, and then I usually try to give another hour in the evenings, and I'll do more follow-ups. That's when I add people to my friends, and I'm adding like crazy, and I just go to everyone and anyone, and then I go to their friends and I start adding people from their list, and then I go, same thing. I just keep following this pattern of, just add whoever, and it doesn't even matter, and I snoop through their profile before I add them. I'm just kind of crazy like that, but I take the time and I look at everybody's stuff, and so 2 hours maybe, if even that, a day. And sometimes I do work more. There's days where I'm just doing it off and on throughout the day because I have the time. Does it help necessarily? Sometimes. I think every step helps your business along the way. And that's one thing I is really consistent with keeping up with what I have to do. So I guess minimum you can say 2 hours, but as I'm having fun with it. So it's not even like it's a job to me. And when I have my downtime, you might as well put in the time, and you might as well put in the work, because this is my future. This is what I want to do. And I am going for that diamond. So I'm going to do whatever it takes.
And otherwise, we're going to be scrolling on Facebook anyway, so you might as well be making money off Facebook. That's how I look at it. Now, I do like to scroll. I like to go on Pinterest, and I can waste like an entire day on Pinterest, y'all. Like, it's ridiculous. And Instagram now, because Instagram has kind of turned into a Pinterest when it comes to certain, like if you can find the really good like blogger style Pinterest or Instagram people. So I no joke, I will, if I put in an hour of work or 2 hours of work or whatever like the day is, I will let myself go scroll for 15 minutes. Like I'll set an alarm because I really like to be able to actually like just look at people's stuff. but I made that decision a long time ago. Like, if I'm going to be on social media, I might as well be making it make money for me. So if you only had 1 hour to work during the day, what would you do?
Everything it takes. I would send out my hats. I would do my follow-ups. I'm going to give myself limited time to add those friends. I'm going to post in my stories, include my everyday life. And you know what? I know that it's going to work for me, because if I'm putting that work in within 1 hour, I know that I've done what I've had to do. And everything else is just going to fall into place. Whether I have an hour the next day, then I'm going to do my follow-ups and continue my routine. And no matter what I do, I know that it's working for me and it's taking me exactly where I need to be.
Definitely. We have just a few minutes left and this is going to shut off. So if you guys, well, anyone's, I guess, watching it or watching the replay, yeah, very intentional with your time. Absolutely. I would go check out her page, because when it comes to posting and posting on point, like she does it. Our team loosely follows the 5-day posting schedule, which is something I created a few months ago, maybe more than that now, actually. Where basically we do post about the business, we do post about the products, but we do it in a very non-spammy way to where we're getting people constantly coming to us. And I second guessed this a little bit in January, and Jocelyn doesn't even know this. She actually told me one of the reasons that she wanted to join, after she told me no, and then she looked at my video and like came back and was like, yes, was because of the way that I posted and the fact that it wasn't a bunch of a sales catalog on my page, because she didn't want her page to look like that. And so when she said that, it kind of clicked. I was like, you know, I'm going to keep doing this, because I was kind of going back and forth. I wasn't in Rank Makers yet, so I didn't understand the psychology behind not posting about it works. And I still saw some leaders that were posting about it works and getting a lot of comments and stuff. And then I didn't realize that 99% of those comments were from other distributors, because when you're a top leader in the company, you've got a lot of distributors following you. So when she said that, it kind of clicked. I was like, you know what? I am doing it the right way. Like, I'm going to keep doing it this way, because I'm getting way more quality distributors, because people who are of quality, they usually don't want their timeline to turn into a sales catalog. So this is, I don't know if you can even see it. Okay, that is her Facebook page, because right now it just says iPhone on your thing. So Jocelyn Martinez, go look at her Facebook page. Legit, like, I would follow her, and especially if you're brand new, because she's not making $5,000 a month with this. Like, she's not posting those kind of posts because she can't. She has only been in it for a few months. She didn't, have some dramatic weight loss story that she's been posting about. All she's been doing is consistently posting, consistently messaging, and consistently posting. So she didn't have a huge following when she started this. Like, Jocelyn is somebody that you can very much pattern after and duplicate exactly what she's doing, because everything that she's doing is what everyday people can do. So I love that, because, sometimes you get people in this business and they do have, 15, 20,000 followers, and that's awesome, but it's hard to like show people that are new that they can duplicate that. Like, she's been in for 3 months. She got the $1,000 Ruby guarantee, but she's not going to get any money from it, because she already made over $1,000 during the 3 months herself. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check with you on that. But if she is going to get the money, it's going to be like $100, because she signed up enough distributors. Like, she's gotten a crap ton of fast cash. So yeah, like, she's making legit good money for being in for 3 months, and it's everything that she's doing is duplicatable. Not friends and family, not a big audience. Like, she was this big authority figure before. She's just working. So definitely go check it out. Jocelyn, I think we've got like a minute or two left. What is one thing that you could tell somebody who just joined the business yesterday? Like, what's one thing that you could tell them? If you knew this when you started, maybe it would have been a game changer for you, or just something maybe you did know that was a game changer.
I don't know. For me, the first day that I started, I just knew what I wanted. I would just say goals, and never give up on yourself. Take advice from your leaders. You know, like Tanya said, I'm getting up there, but we're all not up there yet. We're all trying to do this for our future. Follow your leaders, you guys. I steal some of the leaders' stories. Like, it's totally okay to do that. With the product, you know, if you see one of my posts that you like and it relates to you in real life, try to follow up with that if you can't think of anything and make it your own. I do that with some of the leaders, and it's totally okay. If you can relate to it, use it, because like I said, people really do relate to you with different things like that. And just stay consistent and stay positive, you guys. Mindset is everything. You really have to have a positive mindset. It does a lot of things for you when you think good, and whatever you tell yourself, you are. Like I always say that, you know, whatever you say you're gonna be, you're gonna be. Whatever you say is gonna happen, it's gonna happen for you. So positivity is definitely key.
That's awesome. So be coachable and have like consistently work on your mindset, because very few of us have a good mindset. We have to work on it. I don't. I think like I gravitate toward the negative and the drama all the time. I'm just gonna be real. Like that's what I gravitate toward, and I have to remind myself like, this isn't a reality TV show. Like this is real life where, you know, you're not paid to be as dramatic as possible. Just like focus on the good and manifest what you want in your life. Thank you so much for hopping on. I wanted to have you on here just because, like I said, you're killing it. Rarely do we do these Zooms with people who've been in for 90 days, but I think you're somebody that every brand new person coming in can really look up to and really follow. You didn't have some crazy like start the business and you went presidential diamond in 90 days. That isn't necessarily duplicatable for a new person with no network. You came in and you worked your butt off and you got yourself to Ruby in 90 days, which is 1,000% duplicatable for a brand new person. So have an awesome Thursday. You're welcome, Tina. Thank you again, Jocelyn, for hopping on, and I will talk to all you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.